pretty scary. I mean, it's a very big difference to what we saw from last game, where their pickoff was very much lacking. They're going to go with a Tide Hunter on...
I definitely like their lineup more, I would say. I think the lanes are easier for Neon. I also don't see like much, but I don't see what Tiny's going to do like for a long time. He needs his blink.
Definitely feed if he gets that arrow into the spear, so he needs to be careful. Mid lane.
Oh, yep. Tiny's rotate in to try and fight over some of these runes. Mamangdaya, he's going to double back and go for the rune now. Has got the bottle charges. That's going to allow him to heal up a little bit. No X for the time being, but if he hits this torrent, this could be a kill. He's going to walk right into it. Is there a Tidebringer? There's a brain sap, so first blood goes the way of obneon.
Yeah, you called it. Mamangdaya, a very proficient point.
He's a spammer.
Yeah, he's definitely a spammer. SCA attacker right there.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Palace gets a kill.
Yep. Chase down the Tide, and now the Abatos combo is going to get the gyro low, but it's Playhard who's got to get the hell out of here. Another brain sap in 7 seconds, but the right clicks will get the job done. Palos with this early... They are pressuring mid, and I think he's hoping, like you say, that there's an opening for him to make a defense here, but the ward scouts him out, and Tower going to go to the Tide. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, Tiny's rotate in, trying to bring down Arbeng on the Bane. They're trying to set up for this 8-minute rune. Arrow going to come flying through, hits the Tiny. The rune going to spawn top, so all this effort, and Yowe's like, I'm out of here. I want to go pick up this rune as the Kunkka boat does finish off Playhard's Tiny. Febby, X back, pulled in, has another Spirit Siphon, so he's still getting some good lifesteal going, and Naman needs to hit another arrow if he wants to get this kill, and Febby jukes it. Nicely done.
Skills, obneon, at least they get the Tide, but here, is there an arrow now? I don't think so. Yeah, it's still on cooldown. They shouldn't be able
Torrent. Avalanche toss. Now the arrow comes in, but Playhard on his Tiny going to tank it. Mamangdaya gets pulled into the tower, and with the Searing Chains, he does end up dying. TNC doing a good job mid.
Yeah, play hard. The Tide on bottom lane, now the toss on the Kunkka. Yeah. Definitely making this Tiny work.
Yeah. And it's like the bottom lane sucked for them, but it doesn't feel like that's because of bad play. It's just like Tiny Tide Hunter lane against the Gyro Bane. They'd love to kill this Gyro. After that good start, he had Palos getting brought low, and Yahweh gets the kill.
As well to
top lane
on the bottom lane.
And going with the arena here. Onryu trying to finish off this kill with the armlet. Febby's just Spirit Siphoning off of a creep here. The torrent from the Mamandai rotation will end up getting the kill here, but Onryu could be in some trouble here. With the armlet, keep himself alive a little bit longer. Toggles, even with the avalanche there, Onryu is still going to be brought down.
Yeah, he tried to...
Rotation's coming. TNC, they want to defend this one. Ember, Yahweh shows up. Goes on Arbeng's Bane to start things off here. There's going to be a grip. The boat coming in as well. They want Yahweh's Ember, and they'll get him. Nice use of the Fiend's grip. There's Tide. Still taking a lot of damage up here. They don't have their supports. It's actually Febby trying to push this mid 2-1 tower, but the Playhard Tiny does show up just in time to get on Ryu. Mars takes a spill, and Febby mid gets chased down by a gyrocopter. He got too greedy going for that tier 1 mid tower.
I told you. It's starting 0-2. Wraith King could connect from the bottom lane, but no, they're just going top. They want Enryu.
Yep, his Mars had such a good start in a good laning stage, but it's been a couple of deaths in a row. Is it going to be a third one? TP rotation's coming as he does commit the arena, but they don't get him out of there. Bottom lane, similar play. Young God. He's got reincarnation, though.
Whoa, this will be hard.
TNC respond. They're TPing already. I see 3 TPs coming. They want to counterplay this one. The reincarnation going to slow everybody up as well. Palos on that gyrocopter trying to be bailed out by the Moonlight Shadow, but they're going to pay for this with the Gyro's life. The Ravage going to clip the Bane as well on the tree, so they get it +1.
And Arbeng. I don't know what that was from obneon.
This Kraken, it's a Tide though.
Yeah, you just can't. This is really not the hero to go on.
Kunkka, he gets Ravage. He has a BKB, but he doesn't get it off. The Avatos is there. And they just delete him. The BKB had just been delivered not long ago, and TNC burst him down, and they go...
Taking out the Kraken shot, but at the same time, you're revealing where all of your heroes are, and that allows Xiaoyu to just use Ravage on the Kunkka afterwards.
Yeah.
Take a good fight.
It's just, it feels like TNC are just very clear idea in mind of like what their key objective.
It's no problem, and then they get sick for like a month.
Well, TNC, they're sick of this game number 2. They're going for a high ground push. Nice 2-hero torrent. The spear, he doesn't actually connect on the arena. Febby gets speared out of the arena. Now Kunkka with a BKB charging forward, but they haven't killed anyone, and obneon have used most of their spells here, including the Kunkka BKB.
Blink Ravage is there.
They start with a Wraithfire Blast. They Ravage to follow it up. Catches out the Mars. Omryu going to go down on the high ground. They
Double
clip the shoot
silence.
a couple as well. Nice Avatos combo. Brings down the Bane, and they want the Gyro as well without a BKB. He's got nags, but he is just so vulnerable to this damage. Young God on the front line still has Reincarnation. They're not done here. Zhao Yu and the Tidehunter will overstay his welcome as Playhard gets the Blink toss back. It's a dieback for the Bane. Nice play from the Young God himself. As Young God is in the high ground, blinking in, looking for those kills. Playhard with the tossbacks is just huge. Behind the Wraith King, but not massively behind. I guess the good usually, you're losing all these Roshan's towers and things. You're falling really far behind, but problem is these kills that keep adding up here. They're going to find Arbang once more. Now we're going to come through on the Tide here. He's got the Kraken, no Ravage, still on cooldown. As the Ember does die once, can they get the kill on him a second time here? Young God's Wraith King on the front lines is just causing all kinds of problems, and Yowei is just shredding through these heroes with the Flame Guard up. He's just getting slight after slight. Mamangdaya has no TP out, and with the BKB down, the Tide gets sniped on the backlines here, but the chase is on. They want Mamangdaya, and the toss back is there. They've killed off 4. They're looking for 5. It's going to be a team wipe here as obneon get obliterated.
They're just taking all these fights that just aren't theirs to take. They
reset. They're gonna get some vision down here. Palos still no BKB on his Gyrocopter. That means there's a Blink Ravage on a 3. Young God follows it up with the Wraithfire Blast. They want to kill the Bane first and the Gyro second, it looks like, but instead they come back onto the Gyro. He just can't move. The lockdown is too much, and Yowei finishes off Arbangs as well on Ryu. None of these heroes having BKB is a big problem as obneon just get picked apart.
No, the Kunkka as well on the mid lane. He has the BKB, but they just call it. I think at this point, yeah. At this point, you just call it. You made 3-4 blunders in a row. One you can come back from, but 3 or 4 is just over. No BKB on the Gyro. There is no way that he gets to that critical point in which you have enough damage to kill off the Wraith King twice.
Yeah, there you have TNC. Big smiles, big celebrations. You love to see it. It's been a hard season for this team, particularly because there are so high of an expectations when you're playing under the TNC banner, considering how successful their previous roster was. That's a team that won a DPC major. That's a team that had such like superstar players, Gabby, just Tim, everyone on that team. It was like this amazing superstar roster, and then this new squad comes in, and it's like, do they even deserve to be in Division 1 and TNC? We'll show you. So, great comeback story.
Yeah, I'm really happy for them as well, but to be honest, going into the last 2 seasons and looking at this one and seeing that obneon and TNC are struggling for the last 2 spots